Hey folks, just Jay with Clanks RC. I want to do a quick little video on why you should think about an RC car for any loved one in your family or for yourself or, yeah, anyone. That's my point. So, why is RC awesome? Why should you get one? Number one, accessibility. This hobby is available to anyone. You can do it just about anywhere and do it with just about anything almost. Bad example maybe, but Stephen Hawking drove an RC car, okay? Um, yeah, if you have any type of motor ability in you anywhere, there's probably somebody that can build a remote and you could be racing a real, maybe not real, like real car, but it looks pretty cool. I think they're pretty awesome. They sit nice on your shelf. So, accessibility. Everyone can do it. Everyone. Pretty much, okay? Because like even now they have eye tracking and stuff like that. It'll only be a matter of time before somebody puts FPV in and the car will steer where you move your eyes. Another one, social. So this is where you have crawling, you have racing, you have just like model kind of shows sort of thing. But there's so many different ways that you can get out with these cars and you're actually physically interacting with people. You're actually talking to real people to their face, which means you have to react properly to comments that you may or may not like in your face. You can't hide behind a computer and write, delete, write, delete, write, delete. I don't know if anybody else does that. I've done that a few times. So you actually get a real social experience. And this also isn't just bad. This is this is good. This is really good because it means you get to make friends and you so many things like that. It's a great community. Next one, educational. Well, let's highlight accessibility because it is important. Educational. Um, I will say there's probably not much in toy grade RC cars. So examples would be like this Barbie car here. But there's still going to be some because you can learn how to glue things back together or, maybe put a faster motor and stuff like that. So, but going into RC cars, every single thing, where is it here? You go from a car like this that has barely any adjustments on anything, but you still have to build it. You still have to learn how a differential works and how this works and gear mesh, things like that, and it goes all the way up to something like this proper race bug. Well, sort of proper. It's an Arma, but either way, still has all the adjustments. So you adjust everything. Everything on this buggy is adjustable. The differential tension, everything, and it makes a difference. So that does apply to the real world. It is real world physics that's still working in these small models. You'll also learn some electrical and soldering, other things like that. The final one, and I think this is actually underrated, and I'm going to call it sports lessons. And what do I mean by sports lessons? Well, you learn sportsmanship. So, and this one more pertains to like competition, okay? So, if yeah, it'd have to be some type of an event that you're competing in, more or less, but you learn sportsmanship. So how to lose? I mean, losing is probably one of the learning how to lose and recouping from that is probably one of the most important life lessons you could ever have. That also plays in the other side too, right? Learning how to win, not gloat, but also learning how to maybe jab a little bit here and there and how to handle banter, how to handle insults, how to handle negativity. Especially online. Like even it is wild what people are willing to say to each other sometimes. The RC community isn't too bad. It generally stays about the car, but it still gets pretty negative sometimes. That's a great thing to learn to deal with. You need to learn to deal with that stuff. Those types of people will be around all the time and they are not going anywhere. And the only way to beat them is to just not dig into it. Another thing, like I said, so learning to lose, learning to win, to be grateful for winning, to be congratulatory to your other competitors. Also learning what works, learning about yourself, learning. I've actually, during RC races, I've practiced more controlled breathing than I have probably anywhere else in my life, truthfully. Even while snowboarding, I was in the military for 15 years, although I had pretty good experiences. Still a few pucker moments here or there. But seriously, the amount of times where I've caught myself getting so worked up on the stand and had to been like, okay, no, in, out. It's wild. It blows my mind still just thinking about that. Playing with toy cars has taught me more about regulating my breathing and controlling my emotions than 15 years in the military did. That sort of blows my mind. Yeah, so what do we got? Like I said, accessibility, social, educational, sports lessons. And this is all with somebody who maybe, like myself, was born with crappy knees. Just they were junk right from the get-go. So hockey hurt. Soccer hurt. Everything hurt. And then when I was about 12, 13 years old, I had a slip disc. That didn't make things better, made it worse. I never had a hobby like this, and I was a very sore loser for a very long time in my life, and I'm only just getting better at it now. And I partially attribute that to RC. Educational, it's as far or as little as you want to go. In the crawling world, this is where you have now 3D printing, and there's also the creative side. So this body, I thought of this body, like how I wanted to paint it, the colors I wanted to use, the tires. Well, I sort of just took whatever tires I had. But, you know, it's still creativity. It's trying something. It's expressing yourself a little bit. And there's a whole lot of that these days. And everybody, you know, it's whatever. It's just another way to express yourself, and it doesn't hurt anybody. Yeah. Accessibility, social, educational, and sports lessons. That's, like I said, that's a big one too. I think accessibility and sports lessons are probably the biggest ones on here. Oddly enough, the educational is probably the most practical, and the social is the one that will probably keep you coming back, and the social is what separates it from doing things online or other things like that. It is totally different having a conversation with somebody to their face than what it is online. Completely different. Yeah. So those are the reasons why you should get an RC car. Hopefully you see you out there. It's a great hobby. Just be careful. It's really easy to spend way too much money. Other than that, have a good day, and we'll talk to you later. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.